Well, as with all these cars, it's a mess because nobody ever looks after them. Very rusty. Brake pipes are dirty, covered in oil. But, you know, with a bit of a tidying up, it could be okay. Get rid of some of this muck and then get it painted. That doesn't look so good there. What's that? Oh shit. That's bad there. Well, the reasons. That inner sill is rotten. So that's a welding job, and also the back here, the wheel arch, metal's gone through. Another MOT failure. So there's 2 welding jobs before we start. And if you look underneath here, you can see the full extent. It has been welded there before, but it's just carrying on rotting underneath here. And the whole of the back of that sill is US, so to speak. So we need to weld a big plate right along here to the end, probably about 2 feet long, to cover that going underneath, and then strengthen up the back part of that as well, join it at the side. So it's a good 2 or 3 hours work that. As you can see, it's rotten. The rest of the sill is okay by the look of things. Well, this back passenger side sill is also a bit rotten behind the in the inner sill. Awkward one to do because it is near the petrol tank, but it's not as bad as the other side, which has gone right through. I've not had one of these cars yet that hasn't had a whole pile of welding to do, because the metal that they use is so thin. The engines are brilliant, but the bodywork isn't. There we are. Nobody can say that that's not looking better now. It gives me hope. Obviously there's plenty of blue still about, but and these sills now are much better, and the doors are back to the normal colour. So we've had a good day. We could just leave that as a tribute. I don't think we will. Now that's the battery which we took out, which was well, it looked to be completely knackered, but I don't know if you can see that it's sort of decided to slightly come to life, and there is some charge going into it now. If I take that off, you'll see that it's registering something, and it's going up slightly. So if we can get this over to this side over the next few days, maybe I won't have to buy a new battery, because those are 50-60 quid. And there we are. There's a sort of second wave now of things that need to be sprayed. I forgot about all these bits, so before we put it back together, we've got to get these brown coloured as well, so I'll have to go and buy some more paint. Now, do you remember your words?
About the blue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, go on.
Don't tell me you got rid of all that blue.
Walk that way.
Huh? How have you got rid of all that blue?
Do you remember your words?
Yeah, but how did you do that? That's quite good, that, isn't it? Wow.
What were your words? Ruined?
That's what it was. You're going to give the seats a good clean, though, aren't you?
Well, I'm only part of the way there.
Wow. Oh, I'm kind of impressed there, love.
There's still
really
one problem,
blue.
though.
Well,
walk that way.
walk this way. You can't get all of me off all this lot, then.
Well, that's the next job.
Are you going to try?
Is it
worth
ruined? Is it ruined?
Doesn't matter what that's covered, isn't it?
I can't sell a car looking like that, can I?
Right. Well, Benj could drive it.
Benjamin can't drive yet.
Okay. Okay, well, you're doing a good job there. Well done.
Yeah. Hey guys, you know I've had this battery on charge for a while and been playing some funny games, but it tells me now it's absolutely perfectly full of charge and the charger's turning off when I switch it on, so it means it can't get any more power into it. So we're going to put it in the car now and see if it actually works. Negative earth. So, this is it. Well, that's that then. New battery needed. There you are, there's a better view now showing you the holes there and the hole underneath here. So we're going to have to weld the piece across the back there and underneath here. And it's virtually the same the other side as well. That's just to fix that bit. Then we're going to start on the bit underneath here, which is even worse. And then we'll paint all this in anti-rust paint. Very difficult to do because the metal is so thin, it just goes through when you're trying to weld it. I've had to fill in a few holes there, as you can see, but that's solid enough for now. And then I've got to do this bottom piece now. Start by welding the seam along here and then gradually work the way around. Okay, well that will do because it's just going to go underneath the bumper. If I stick a hole in there, we should be able to put a screw into the bumper going up into that, and then nobody can take the bumper off without a lot of faff. Together a bigger job. We've got a lot of metal to cover there, so we've got a 14-inch strip of metal here which is going to be welded on over this sill from the back and from the front. So we're just going to start with this seam here now and squash the metal across here and then weld down this side of the sill and then make some sort of a closing plate to go in there. And as you can see, we've welded this main part here, and this is all going to be covered up with some very tasteful filler, and that's welded around there. To weld these corners here, and of course the back part will be the most difficult, but at least it's not going through the metal like it was on the other place, so this could be a reasonable job. Well, that's the closing plate that I've made, and I'm struggling to weld it round. Best thing to do is cover it in filler, I think, but I've got to make it secure before I do that. I don't want the filler cracking. All that has all been welded round there, so that's secure again now. Well, there we are, that's the bumper back on.